Welcome back to the third installment of the How Are You Doing podcast. I am your illustrious host, Tanner Bays, and next to me is my absolute favorite co-host I've ever had. Don't ask me how many I've had. Zach Young, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to do the math here. I know you said don't ask. I guess there might be one other. Anyway, it's not the point. It's not the point. It's not the point. YEET, and we're
yes. So, is that where we're starting?
We don't have to. It just felt like a good thing to throw.
You know what? I think we should. Get right. It's the thing we've seen. Start wrestling.
Okay.
Do you have anything you want to say? Do you have any opening statements for the court? I have notes.
Okay. NXT is on fire. Evolve looks cool. The Royal Rumble I thoroughly enjoyed. Which thing?
Evolve. Let's get right to it. Explain it, because I didn't understand what I was watching when I saw the commercial.
Okay. So Evolve originally, years ago, was an independent promotion. It's where guys like Austin Theory came up and stuff like that.
Oh,
he's like him. He's the big one that we can still mention because it was an independent, bunch of people came through.
Okay.
Really good indie, all this stuff. It started working with WWE, and then during COVID, WWE bought them outright and just shut them down. So I say that to build the legacy of what Evolve was.
Okay.
Recently, we had heard WWE's re-upping their trademarks on Evolve, and then there were reports that they're holding Evolve tapings in February. That's when I added it to the list. And then at the Rumble, they showed the commercial, and Triple H explained a little bit more on the post-show. The best way I can put it is it's NXT's NXT.
Okay, that's what I thought I saw.
It is what they are going to be using for the brand new ID signings to get their legs.
Okay.
So, your independent talents, your Jordan Graces, stuff like that. Jordan Grace might actually just go to the main roster. But if she doesn't, she'd go right to NXT. She doesn't need to go to Evolve. She knows that stuff already.
Yeah.
So, Jordan Grace might go to the main roster because she's already done NXT time. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
When I tell you, we'll get to that. I'm excited. I believe it's going to be exclusively on Tubi, which is weird.
That's what it was sponsored by.
Yeah.
At least on the commercial.
That's fun. I don't know.
I guess, yeah. It's got to be free then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. NXT originally was just something that it was part of the WWE network when it launched. It was part of Hulu before that, I believe, because they've always had an exclusive show for Hulu until recently. And Triple H specifically kind of built a parallel of it's like going back to what NXT was when they first restarted it in 2012. And I'm a longtime NXT watcher. I've watched it since then. So I'm excited for that kind of thing. It's not going to be appointment weekly TV for anyone, I don't think. But it's cool to see people grow, and it's cool to take a look. And if you ever end up with that relationship where you see someone debut and evolve and go all the way through, it's why I'm so attached to Becky Lynch, because I saw Becky Lynch debut in NXT back in 2013, and I've gotten to watch her. It wasn't 2013, all the way. it was 2014, 2015, but okay. I've gotten to then watch her go all the way up. Same with Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. But yeah. That's Evolve. That's my little thing about Evolve. But I mentioned NXT. So there was a report that came out. I believe it was the week after New Year's Evil, which was the first NXT of the new year, where it was a special. They had it in LA to go with the Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Yeah. They did title matches, some titles change hands. They did the next week live on the CW. And there were reports being yes, they did reports are saying they're doing they did 700K, which is a lot for NXT on the CW. Okay. That's more than AEW Dynamite gets, for example. The only shows that peak that are Raw and SmackDown normally. People are playing there online just there's no way. Come on, NXT that's impossible. You know what NXT did when the numbers were released? Over 800,000.
Oh wow.
And it's only gone up. And I love NXT. I still love NXT. It's my favorite. I'm going to an NXT show next Saturday. No, next Saturday. Next Saturday, the Vengeance Day in DC. I'm excited. I just love NXT. It's my favorite wrestling program weekly. I make it an appointment to watch any way I can. But it's good to see that it's doing well, and it very well may cross 1 million this year, fingers crossed.
Okay.
So that's my main two things that I think I had that weren't about the Rumble.
Okay, so let's start with first thing that happened in the Rumble. The Women's Rumble.
So, I loved that match. I did not love the winner. Was not big on number 30.
I
Loved everything else.
I have a revelation.
Okay.
So, new year, new me.
Okay.
I'm taking on a new leaf.
All right.
I guess women's wrestling is good.
Yes.
I have never been under that, ever. Under that, those expectations were never mine. Then we got about, I don't know, 6 minutes into the match, and I'm looking at everybody I'm watching the Rumble with. I'm like, I guess WWE has good women's wrestlers. So I put down a couple names here that I just want to highlight that I was shocked to see that were so good, and that these names will stay in my mind and will probably be my new favorite women's wrestlers for a very long time.
Okay.
To start the list, when I decided to start the list, was when Lash Legend came out.
Fantastic. Love Lash Legend.
Now, I'm not going to lie, I did not necessarily put her on the list for all the wrestling that she did. I think she came out, I was like, oh, this is a cool song. That, oh my lord. And I fell in love. That is the most attractive woman I've ever seen. That is my type. To a T. Then, Ivy Nile is my next name.
I love Ivy Nile.
She is amazing. I was blown away by everything she was doing. It just, you know me. I love the athleticism when it comes to WWE, and she was nuts. And then, right after, to follow that up, Jordan Grace, nuts. I kept making the joke that I was like, what? She just kept calling her Brock Lesnar. Like, she was nuts. Her shoulders are crazy. When she picked up Piper, and then, I don't know any of the wrestling names, because I'm just watching it and losing my shit. But she threw Piper off her shoulders, and then bounced back up on her own feet, off of her own shoulders.
Yes, it was a Death Valley driver for the viewers.
I lost my mind. I jumped out of my chair. The Women's Rumble had me out of my chair 4 times in the night, which I never thought. I thought I was going to be sleeping through the entire thing, and I was locked in the entire time. 2 other people that I really like, Jada Parker.
Yep, I figured you would love Jada Parker.
I love Jada Parker.
And she was the big surprise for me.
Yeah. And
I'll explain why.
Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark got me. She was very impressive. And those names are just people I've never heard of before, obviously, that I'm just very intrigued with. Yeah. And it gives me hope that maybe I might like women's wrestling and I might actually want to watch it. Because if it's not Bianca Belair for like the last 3 years, I really haven't cared. And I like Naomi, and I like a couple of the other girls. Like, I like Bayley. Like, Bayley can... I think Bayley can wrestle fucking anything. Bayley's a phenomenal wrestler. There's a lot of it that I just don't like. All that being said, I still hate Nia Jax. I was like... We got past 25, I'm like, okay, so Nia's in the last 3, probably 29. And I think she ended up being 29?
I think she was 29, yeah.
And... Now, you tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I am clouded by my hate for Nia Jax. She cannot wrestle. Because I watched Piper Niven go out there and wrestle for 30 minutes, for as long as she was in there, and look like she belonged in the ring. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do just hate Nia Jax, and Piper's not good either. But I watched Piper wrestle, and there's so often I watch Nia just go in there, and it looks so fake. She just looks so bad. All the time. And I saw, I'm not gonna lie, I saw 1 or 2 with Piper. But Piper also, took shots well. And, I don't know. I just think I hate Nia Jax. But I also do believe I don't think she's a good wrestler.
I think you're a little clouded, but not a lot clouded. Because there is a clear skill level difference between Nia and Piper. And also, Nia, a lot of the things you say, I think the women's War Games is a perfect, window of that. I'm seeing Nia love tap people with chairs instead of, my favorite one being well, what do you want her to do? Actually hit him? Yes, it's War Games. I want her to hit him.
Yeah,
just don't. If you're not going to hit her with a chair, don't do the chair spot.
Yeah.
But I've also seen Nia have a couple really good matches. Really good Queen of the Ring final against Lyra Valkyria. Really good. Wasn't SummerSlam. It was the last match they just recently. Her and Bayley. It's Bayley had a match on SmackDown that was really good recently, and it upset me because it was miles better than the match they had at SummerSlam that I was in the crowd for. But. Nia Jax's mid-in-ring, I've appreciated her character work over the past year, I think. Big improvement to what she used to be. years ago when she was in before. Few names that you didn't mention that I love that are in the Rumble, but I've loved them for a while. Io Sky, who I had pegged to win the thing. She didn't.
I knew she wasn't going to win. It was the one thing I was confident. I was like, they just gave her a shot. She's not winning.
Yeah, but, like, I don't, like...
It makes no sense. To me, it made no sense. As somebody who doesn't watch regularly, I know she just had her shot right before... had her shot against Liv Morgan, right?
Yes.
And I'm like...
Like a month before, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, she's not getting another shot right away. I was like, it's going to be something different. Now, I spaced and completely forgot that Charlotte Flair was a person.
Yeah.
Then she walked out. And I was like, okay. I don't know how this is going to go, but God, do I hope Charlotte just puts somebody over.
Yeah, that is, again, this is the one thing. The two things that I really disliked about the women's match was the winner and the number 30. We'll get to number 30 because I got a few more names for it.
You dislike number 30?
I'll explain that in a second.
Okay. You don't dislike her, you dislike the placing of her in the Rumble.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree.
I'm also not a giant fan of hers in general, but like I don't dislike her that much. But I don't.
One of my earliest memories of wrestling is her. Yeah. So,
but Lyra Valkyria, current and first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. Love her. When I had sent you the one text being like 2 of my girls are in the ring, that was Lyra Valkyria, and number 3 and current record holder for longest amount of time in a women's Royal Rumble, Roxanne Perez. Love her.
I thought Liv. Did Roxanne go on long enough to make it? Okay.
It is now. So the record was being held by Bayley from last year's Rumble. It was then broken by Io, Liv, and Roxanne in that match, and then Roxanne went the longest out of the 3 of them. I believe it's Roxanne at the top, and then Liv, and then Io, and it's not by a lot of distance between the 3.
Roxanne will win.
They made me think that she was going to, and that's why I was sitting there after Charlotte won, and I was like, I don't like that winner, but I'm sitting there and my heart's beating, and
it was a great match,
and I was like, but they made me believe, and sometimes the results got to be a little different.
1 to 10. How do you rate the match? Give me a number. I'll give you you can go decimals if you want. I don't care.
Give me 8.5.
We agree.
Okay.
I would give it, and it's hard for me to give a women's match 8.5 because I really don't enjoy it. But God, was that good? I was out of my seat for half of the match.
Yeah. Now we can give you some surprises, some returns. You had never heard of Lash Legend because she's part of NXT.
Yeah.
She's one of the Meta Girls. They're great. Should have won the women's tag belts back in Atlanta. I stand by that. I think they're coming for him. Lash Legend and her partner's name is Jakara Jackson. They're main roster bound sooner rather than later. Same thing with Roxanne Perez. Jada Parker, she was a surprise to me. I like Jada Parker. She's also NXT, but she is more like NXT mid-card level. So normally it's your main eventers, like your Stephanie Vicares, your Julias, who were also in the match, and Roxanne. That's who I'm expecting in the Rumble. Jada Parker, wasn't expecting her. She did great. I think she's great, and I've seen her live, and I've seen her live smashing a brick over Lola Vice's head. I think it went that way. It might have been the other way. I don't remember. That was a good show. That's the one I was front row for. Believe it was 3 big returns. There was a third one.
Yeah, it was.
And we got to when Stephanie Vicaire comes out. And I turn to Hannah, and I say, you know what? The next number is number 25. We've had a lot of really good surprise returns, including the big one that we'll do in a second. I don't think we have any more surprises for this match. I think it will be 5 current card winners, and then immediately hit 0, and Trish Stratus comes out. And I was like, oh, well, I'll eat my words. That's fine. And then Julia comes out, and then number 30 comes out, who I want to save number 30 for last.
What was her face?
Alexa Bliss returning, middle of the match. Michael Cole making fun of all of us with the internet told me that she wasn't coming back.
Yep.
I don't know if the reports are true that it all came together last minute, or if WWE just played us. If WWE just played us, please do it more. You'll never get me mad at, WWE leaked wrong information to the dirt sheets, because you know what? It means I get a genuine surprise, and I'll never be upset about it. Happy to see Alexa Bliss back. She's one of my favorites. I think her original work from when she was Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion was really good.
She's fun.
Yeah. Don't know how I feel about the doll being back, but to each their own.
She's a fun wrestler. That's all I have to say.
And then the big number 30, I would have just switched Alexa in for number 30 and put number 30 where Alexa came in. Because
Can we stop calling her number 30?
Yeah, this is where they were just going to give her name. Nikki Bella returning at number 30. I don't hate Nikki Bella. I think she's fine. She, to me, is a bastion of the older sort, the
divas.
Yeah, we can say the divas era. I do think she's better than your divas.
Yeah,
than that would indicate.
Yeah.
So and I think there's some fun matches to be done. There's some fun feuds to be done.
Unless I'm wrong, just straight up wrong. She's like the end of the divas.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was the second to last Divas champion.
Yeah.
Charlotte beat her for the belt and then would go till Charlotte traded it for the women's title.
Yeah.
So, there's stuff to do. And you know what? With stuff like the new mid-card belts and stuff like that, if they're willing to go that route, it could add some prestige to that kind of stuff and give it a bit more weight. Was it a little disappointing because maybe we were expecting not to say Nikki Bella isn't big, but a bigger return like a Becky Lynch or an Asuka? Maybe, but I think that's why if you flip her with Alexa Bliss and have Alexa Bliss come in at 30,
be a little bit better.
That's a return that I think sits better. And there's a very funny moment. This is no shade to Nikki Bella because it's not her fault. So they did this thing for the Rumble, which I love, do it everywhere, where they had these special theaters, like dine-in theaters that were showing the pay-per-view. That's fun. AEW used to do it with their earlier pay-per-views. Do it more. I think it's fun.
Okay.
And they're showing the crowd, the people that are eating, and it's and here they are going crazy for Nikki Bella's return, and everyone's like, oh. And then they keep going, it's oh, that's incriminating.
I disagree with you with the swap of the two for one reason. I think Alexa Bliss, it was better she had more time in the ring.
Sure.
I would say, because I think she can actually... Not to say Nikki Bella can't actually wrestle. I don't know how good a shape Nikki Bella was in. Putting her at 30 makes sense to me on the fact that I don't know how long she could have gone.
I get what you're saying.
I think that's... And not to say that that's why WWE did it, but I can see if that's a reason. Because I don't know if Nikki Bella's actually back.
The rumor is that she intends to be back.
She intends to be,
sure,
but is not back. I think that's why I'm like this. Because I'm like, I don't think she'll be back right away.
Yeah.
Any athlete will tell you going out and coming back, especially on retiring, your body needs to acclimate. That's just science.
Yeah.
And I think she'll probably need to acclimate a little bit.
I mean, we'll know within the next week. So.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have an idea.
I could be completely off base, and she comes back immediately.
Yeah, but... Yeah, and that's no shade to Nikki Bella. She's someone that's important to the women's history in WWE. That,
Who, other than Io Sky, who did you want to win?
Do you want, someone I had picked in advance or someone that in the match I was like, no, they should give it to her? Because near the ending there, I was like, fuck it, have Roxanne win it. But I was very set on Io's going to win this match.
You know what? This leaks into the men's rumble, so I don't really want to go over it. So I think I'll save it, but I kind of understand why they gave it to Charlotte. I do think it's I think it's the wrong and a bad decision.
So I think I'll give you something that I don't know if this will make more sense, but it'll explain why I'm a bit not, because people are enraged. Why I'm just not as enraged about. I'm not happy with Charlotte winning, but why I'm not as enraged with it.
I want you to know I am actually. I was enraged at my screen. I was mad, and I'm still mad, but now I'm just not. I've talked myself to death about it, so I just don't have the energy to get that upset anymore.
It's because I think, outlook-wise, it made sense for her to win this Rumble. I think the issue I have with it is that we gave her a Rumble win back in 2020 that didn't make any fucking sense then, and it still doesn't make any sense looking back on it. So, had she not had that Rumble win, had we gave it to, I don't know, Shayna Baszler, who would fight Becky Lynch at Mania anyway, then I think this Rumble win immediately becomes easier to swallow, because now it's just Charlotte getting a Rumble, which you know she was going to at some point, not her second Rumble, which I have always been against. Only one time. There's only been one time in my life that I've predicted someone win a Rumble for another time, because I don't really like multi-time Rumble winners. Just about every time you can pick someone else to win the Rumble.
Giving it to the undisputed GOAT coming back when you're trying to build a brand that people care about. I cared about women's wrestling up until the last 30 seconds of the Rumble. I wanted Roxanne. I knew there's absolutely no way they're giving it to anybody who's in NXT. Now, whether or not that goes forward to be true, whatever, I was furious. She's
a Nepo baby.
I want to agree, but I can't, because Charlotte can wrestle the shit out of anybody I've ever seen. She might be the best women's wrestler I've seen. But it sucks
she
because I want to hate her.
She doesn't deserve to come back and get the Rumble shot, though.
I agree. But I agree with that. And I want to hate her. I want her to be Nia Jax. I would feel better if Nia won, because I know I hate her and she sucks.
She's gotten
I feel
better
about it. I hate her and she sucks.
You know what? I will amend the answer to what I said. I did theorize on Nia winning the Rumble because I could see Tiffy cashing in and then her winning the Rumble and them having their actual match at Mania, which I think could still happen. I don't think it will because I think it sounds like Charlotte is going to be going for Tiffy. Again, we'll probably know over this next week.
I still stand by the three-way with Trish because of that one video vignette that Tiffy did.
I think Trish was a one-off. I mean, we'll know. We'll know within this next week, I'm pretty sure. We'll have an idea. But I think Trish was a one-off just based off of because she returned with her old music and stuff.
It was fun. I liked Trish being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know the worst part of the Rumble?
Oh, no.
The one moment that sucked, and I was like, man, that really sucked, and I didn't understand what happened. It's when 8 people got eliminated at once, when I couldn't tell what happened because Nia Jax can't wrestle. And nothing has impact. All I saw was everybody fall, and then she's got her hands up, and they're like, Nia Jax just... I'm like, what did she do? I didn't see anything.
She belly flopped.
Oh my gosh, she sucks.
I like the idea that she just belly flopped on the ring and it shook so hard.
No,
everyone
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Wrestler. She's horrible, man. I stand by it. There's nothing about her that I like. And you know what sucks? I used to like her a lot. Just because she was the big monster of the women's division. But now it's bad. You know what I think it is? Because everything I've seen her in recently, it's been a bunch of people in the ring. Yes. Maybe she can have a one-on-one and it can be good. But I cannot stand her with a bunch of people.
She has like 3 moves that she does.
Yeah, what a great wrestler.
Yeah. But a bunch of people only have a certain amount of moves that they do.
Like how many moves does Big Show or Mark Henry do?
Yes, I know, but that is what we come there for them to see. But Big Show and Mark Henry also aren't one of the main contenders all the time.
Anymore.
Well, but even in their time, Big Show and Mark Henry weren't... When I think of the women's division, she's like one of the big faces.
Yeah, currently.
Now that Becky Lynch is not here, obviously, it's
That's because all of the talent is in NXT right now.
Almost like we could have set a new precedent. Let an NXT person get it. Who wrestled phenomenally the entire... You know what was really cool? The old guard versus the new guard of the ladies. That was a cool moment.
I thought that moment was done really cool. The only little edit I had to it is that, and this is because of how long I've been watching NXT, is that they then had, when Roxanne did the joke of popping up, be like, yeah, look at us go, and Julia's like, what the fuck? They then had Bianca fill in for the old guard, and while, like, that does make sense because she's established, like, Bayley and Charlotte, she is, like, the generation after them. And that's, like, in my head, I was like, they're not really, like...
You're not that... she's the bridge.
Yeah, like, if Becky had come back and was in by that point, I would have Becky there. Because then that is, like, the 3-4 horsewomen that are still in WWE. And this new guard of this insanely talented NXT women's division.
Women's Rumble, good. 8.5.
Good, had a few bad moments. But overall good and really enjoyed it.
Overall it's good, but the winner is bad for very obvious reasons, and it sucks because Charlotte can wrestle. I want that to be known. I don't think Charlotte's a bad wrestler. Charlotte's a very good wrestler.
She needs a better fucking wardrobe stylist. What the fuck was she wearing?
I echo a lot of your same thoughts on Charlotte. It's like, you can go really hard on the stuff of like, oh yeah, she's a Flair and Flair's got a Flair and all this stuff, but like, then she goes in and she has a match of the year with whoever with Rhea Ripley or with, honestly, possibly with Tiffany Stratton at Mania. Like, it's just...
I got something to say about that, about something, like, when we get to the Men's Rumble, I'll get more into it because I'm slightly dissatisfied. Well, the next match was the Tag Team Champs, right?
Yep, 2 out of 3 falls.
Yes.
It was fine to good.
Fine to good.
What was in there?
7.5 for 7.
I'm going to do 7. I think it was too short, and the ending was weird to me.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
Okay. Like...
One, I'm not super into tag team wrestling. I'm not. It's not always my favorite thing to watch. But when it's good, it's always very good. I don't know. It's like I didn't feel anything. Like I was never on the edge of my seat.
It felt like they just started to kick into gear, and then the last fall had happened.
Yeah, like I thought we were going to go for a little bit longer.
Like giving those 2 teams, DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, 2 of the best, and giving them 2 out of 3 falls, and then it only going like a total of 15 minutes is why was this a 2 out of 3 falls match? Like,
yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more. When DIY got the first fall, I'm like, that was fast,
and that's fine. Sometimes in those matches, the first falls.
But I was like, that's what started worrying me, and then they got the other one. I'm like, okay, so we're down to the wire now. What's going to happen? And then they I don't want to say they tricked us, but they flipped it on us a couple of times, and then the surprise of the match.
Now, listen, right? I don't hate the idea of the Street Profits coming in and beating down DIY. I don't understand why. So the Street Profits were supposed to have a tag team title match against the Motor City Machine Guns. And then DIY attacked them backstage so DIY could have the match. And then they won the titles. Now the Street Profits are back, but they attacked the Motor City Machine Guns so that way DIY could retain.
Because they want to beat up DIY more than they want to beat up the Machine Guns.
But now they have to get through the Machine Guns to get a shot at DIY.
Why is that?
Because DIY is the champs, and Motor City is going to claim that they were screwed out of the titles to Nick Aldis. So Nick Aldis is probably going to have the Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits fight for the right to face DIY, versus if you screw DIY, you might have the other thing happen and get DIY first.
I understand what you're saying. If they don't do that, is it okay? Because I think the ending makes more sense depending on how we move forward. But if they don't fight the Machine Guns at all and they just go right for DIY, I think the ending is better.
Maybe.
Or makes more sense. It might not be better. I don't think it's a good ending. But
I don't think that makes sense with the characters in play. If you flip it and Motor City Machine Guns are the champions, it sounds like the Motor City Machine Guns as characters. It's like Obafemi in NXT. I know you don't watch NXT. He is the type of guy that will just be like, oh, you want it? Come and get it. And then DIY is going to dodge the match until Saturday night's main event or Elimination Chamber or like they're gonna dodge because we're dodging the match with Motor City. Like they're gonna dodge the match, so there's gonna be some nonsense in place. Hell, for Motor City to get there, they had to wrestle 3 or 4 other tag teams, which was a good decision because it made SmackDown's tag division look great. Oh my god, it made it look so good, and like in that sense, it made sense. But like in this, it's just a little weird and disjointed, and I just would have rather had DIY cheat to win to get that last fall, and then have Street Profits.
That's what I thought was going to happen, and then guys in hoodies showed up. I was like, what?
Yeah. Also give them another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, this was the first time the tag belts were on pay-per-view since WrestleMania. Give them another 10 minutes. Let's actually showcase this a little bit.
All right.
Because it's the 2 teams to do it.
I agree. So you gave it a 6. I'm going to bump mine up to a 5.5. Or what did I say? I know I said 6.
You said 6.
You said 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bump mine up to a 6.5. My bad.
Part of mine...
I'm going to bump mine up to a 5-point deduction.
I think it was a good, let's say 14 minutes because of the ending.
Yeah.
It was a good 14 minutes. The problem is that I know those 2 teams could give us a good 30 minutes.
When they started getting into it, like exactly what you said, they started getting into gear and then they ended it.
Yeah.
I would have watched another 10 minutes of that last...
Yeah.
This is so weird. I would have watched another 10 minutes of that last 3 minutes.
Yeah. And I know they can do it. They're 2 of the best tag teams in the world. Motor City, like, they've been playing the video a little too much, but it was such a good call by, I think it was Corey Graves, when the Motor City Machine Guns debuted, and he was like, this is your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. Okay. And, like, again, big TNA guy.
Yeah.
They've been everywhere. Happy to see them in WWE. And I'm happy that they gave them the belts almost immediately, so that way their name could be on that list, and now we can have fun with them and get a lot of really good tag matches out of them.
I have already forgotten what happened after the tag teams. What happened after the tag teams?
A murder.
A murder?
It was Kevin Owens and Cody. One of 2 murders.
Oh, yeah. All right. Right away, I'm going to add, before we get into any of it, what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, let's give them... I'm going to stay at a 7. I'm going to give a 7 for
Wow, you're giving that a 7?
I am. It's a weird... Here's how I give
it a 6.
Okay.
It is the only match I actively pulled my phone out for. And that sucks. Because I had the biggest spot all night.
Yeah. It's another one which, once they started going, it started feeling good and getting really good. It's a problem with singles ladder matches. And that's why it's just like... this is one of the ones where I'm going to give it 2 ratings. For one-on-one ladder matches, I'm going to give it a 7.5. For like a general just in-match showing to someone with no context, it can have like a 5. Like it just wasn't that exciting based around all the spots, but that's what a ladder match is.
Yeah.
I thought he paralyzed Cody at one point because it was when he did the power... It's when Kevin Owens did the powerbomb to Cody in the corner by the chair. Mm-hmm. Until they showed the replay, I thought he landed right on his neck on the edge. And thank God they showed the replay so I could see that his arms hit because I was afraid. Cody sold everything he got hit with like he died, and then Kevin Owens sold everything like he died.
Yes,
and
those two guys are perfect at that. WWE needs to work on not making it super obvious that somebody is going to lose the match.
Yeah.
There is never a point in that match that I'm watching that I ever believe Kevin Owens is going to win.
Yeah.
You have to make him, and maybe it's a Kevin Owens decision, maybe it's on him, not WWE. They played it in the middle. I wanted either him to 100% lean into, I really don't give a damn about winning this ring, winning this, getting these belts. I just want to fuck you up for like the next 25 minutes. Either fully lean into that, or I actually think I should be the champion and I deserve to. Not even that I deserve it, but you don't deserve it, so I'll take it from you. And it's like they played it in the middle. He wasn't too far either way, and it's like, okay, so you're just not going to win. We're just here to watch you guys throw each other at ladders, and then Cody's going to go up and win.
Yeah,
like
essentially.
And I was like, I don't know. I think WWE is the best when I can't tell what's going to happen.
I agree with you. That is just... That's a problem with the singles ladder matches. That's why you don't see one-on-one ladder matches a lot, because that's just a problem that you get. Is you want to build the match around spots, it's really hard to fit stuff in when someone needs to take 2 minutes to set a ladder up.
Yeah.
That's why multi-mans work so much better, is because the focus is over here while this is doing... Oh, speaking of focus, I forgot that this happened. Big ups to Liv Morgan in the Women's Rumble for when Lyra had her wardrobe malfunction. Liv kicked her to the other side of the ring.
That. Yeah. I heard. Yes. I just heard what.
Yes,
I heard it on the commentary. I have a comment about the commentary in a minute. Go ahead. And
yes. So Lyra's top started to rip and come off. One of the buttons broke, and Liv booted her to a far corner, and then put all the focus on the opposite corner, so the refs could run over and help Lyra get everything secured. It was just a really good quick call that she tried to give her hate for immediately before she realized what she was doing. It's really funny.
I hate Liv Morgan.
She just went. Now, why is she attacking her when she has a wardrobe malfunction? Then she moved and all the focus changed, and then she immediately ate her words. I was like, actually, that was really smart.
So, to get to the commentary, I've never seen the lineup of McAfee, Cole, Cole, right? And Wade Barrett.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Wade Barrett is horny. That man would not, I don't know what's up with Wade Barrett, but that man is a freak. He also does the thing that I absolutely hate. Joe Buck does it in the NFL where something will happen, and then it's like if a blind person were to watch a match, they are like the text-to-speech of what exactly just happened. I hate it. Please do. Be color or explain something. Don't just say exactly what just happened. I don't need it. And maybe he did it twice, and it just bugs me enough that I hate when people do that. That's all I could hear him say. But man, he did that like one more time than I wanted it to happen, and I couldn't stand it. And you know what sucks? I like him every other place that he does it. Like post game, he's with when he's with Big E and all the other stuff that he does. Yeah. I like Wade Barrett a lot. On commentary, I wasn't a fan.
I was surprised to see him on commentary because he normally doesn't do the PLE commentary. Yeah. I love Wade Barrett. I think that's just the thing you're describing is what's called play-by-play commentary. That is his job.
No, because there's a way to do. No, because I know what play-by-play commentary is. There is a way to do it that is not just saying exactly what everything I just watched. I don't need you to tell me again.
It's a 3-man booth problem. It's why I'm glad we don't do 3-man booths anymore.
It's why 2-mans work, I think, on commentary a lot better. But WWE has like 3 all the time, do they not?
No.
Oh, no.
Raw has Cole and McAfee, and then SmackDown has Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore.
Is WrestleMania usually 3? Why do I always...
Sometimes the pay-per-views do 3.
Okay,
that's NXT does 3 currently, so that way Corey Graves doesn't have a job, which is funny to me.
That's funny.
Because their commentary team is, you think Wade Barrett is wild. You should hear Booker on some of these broadcasts.
I love Booker, though. Booker's allowed. Booker is allowed.
Booker just starts going.
I love Booker.
Vic
Joseph. But that's me picking on Wade.
Yeah.
I do like him a lot.
I do. I like Wade. I was kind of hoping to see him in the Rumble, but that's fine.
I was sad to not see Pat do anything. I wanted Pat to do something. So, last thing of the night was the Rumble.
Yeah.
I feel like we should start with the things that didn't happen.
So, okay. So okay.
I have never been so happy to not see Omos on my screen. I had a friend, his name is Zach. Not you. who was like, Omos is coming out. Omos is coming. I'm like, bro, he's in Japan. Leave him alone.
Well,
but
do you understand what the last thing he did in Japan was?
What was... Then he came back. I don't know, but I know
he vacated his tag belt and then said he's returning to WWE.
Yeah.
Like before the Rumble.
And he kept saying, he's coming. I was like, no. I said, respectfully, nobody wants that. I said, Vince is gone. We're not doing 7-foot tall guys who can't wrestle anymore. I don't want to see him. I said, I have no want for him to be here. I said, Braun Strowman will come out at some point, and that'll be what we get of that. That's as far in that direction as I want to go anymore. Which is wild for me to say, because they were my guys for the longest time. And then he also swore that Brock Lesnar was going to come back. Which I don't understand why people still think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't. Especially now that he's been officially named. Like,
was there anything else that people thought was going to happen that didn't happen?
There was no NXT appearance in the men's Rumble at all. The guy you're thinking of is not in NXT.
What guy am I thinking of?
We'll get to him because he's probably one of the big ups. So
okay,
but there was no NXT appearance. There was also, I don't think there was a legend return if you don't count Mr. Cena, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There was no legends.
Yeah, there were no legends and no NXT. It was all main roster except for 2 guys, I believe. Well, 3 if you count Cena, but except for 2 guys.
Yeah.
For the most part, this Rumble kind of has the opposite for me of the women's. I was kind of there were a few moments where it was really good, but overall it was just kind of like, okay.
Wow, you really think that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of 10, what do you give the men's Rumble?
Maybe a 6.
We are staunchly different.
Okay.
I give it like an 8. I was locked in the entire time.
Oh, nothing happens until like halfway through.
As soon as one person comes out, I'm locked in.
Like, there were fun stuff. The first 2 were fun.
You know what? I have a soft spot for the celebrity appearance. That kind of... I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Otis came out kind of early. Locked me. This Rumble, I think, was catered to... I thought it was catered to. So I think that might be why I liked it.
I don't think it was like a bad Rumble. Like, there are people saying this is a bad Rumble. I don't think it was a bad Rumble.
So, no.
It was booked smart. The characters in it did things. I think it has this issue where none of the star power comes out until number 16. And I feel like you need one of those big stars early on to anchor it, and it just didn't have that.
Rey Mysterio's not star power?
Not like Roman Reigns is, or CM Punk, or Seth Rollins, or John Cena. Like, they did...
Storyline-wise.
They sent out, 5 of their big hitters starting at, 16. Where it was, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. And it's
they were late 20s. Were they not? Am I crazy?
Some of them might have been. Roman might have had some time before they started coming out.
Cena was 23.
I know it was Cena, Punk, Seth, because they specifically made that joke.
And it was Roman Drew.
Yeah, and it was Roman Drew. And it's just just take some of them, if it's Drew, or maybe take someone like Damian and just bolt him to the beginning and have him go further.
That's what shocked me was Damian near the end. I was waiting the entire time. Yeah. Every time that it counted down with everybody I was with, I was like, at the top of my lungs, I just screamed Damian Priest, and every time I was wrong. Yeah. Up until finally, what was it, 27 or 28?
It was 28, I think.
Yeah.
Because then 29 was LA Knight, and 30 was...
and it made me sick, because I'm like, I know Damian Priest isn't going to win the Rumble. Yeah. So now I'm going to watch him not do a lot for a little while.
I would have had Damian come out at 3 or 4. Because, I think Penta and Ray's are really fun first 2.
How fun was that?
I think that's really fun. And you know what? Chad's even a fun 3, but 4 or 5 have Damian come out and anchor him through. Because Chad has this whole thing with luchadors. And Chad's just a fun base. He's a good base for luchadors. Then you have, Carmelo come out and do all the stuff. Yeah. Now, you're talking about the celebrity appearance. This might be my favorite celebrity appearance they've done in the Rumble.
That was fun.
Because I just like how they did it.
The whole time, did you know it was Speed?
Yes. I know who that was.
No. Did you know Speed was going to come out? When they take the camera backstage?
No.
What did you think was going to happen?
So this was the thing. So Akira comes out. Akira Tozawa comes out. Tozawa comes out. Mello blasts him. And they take him back. The minute they're taking him back, it's like, oh, well, this is a switch out. They're going to replace him. I didn't know who was going to be until Triple H said Speed, and I noticed he was back there. And, that's fine. I think it's my favorite celebrity appearance done because they gave this sort of storyline reason why the fuck a celebrity got a spot instead of a person on the roster. Person on the roster did get a spot. They got injured. Speed was the first person they saw. Like, I like that. And then, like, because Speed's one of the guys, he's going to go out, he's going to do something stupid, and then he's going to take a hit, and then it's going to be fun. Yeah. So, I didn't know who it was going to be. I wasn't sure. I thought it could have been a great time to do anyone, but Speed's fun. We knew he was going to be back there.
You didn't think anybody, like, when they were doing it, before you saw Speed, you didn't have any idea? You had no thought? Because I thought it was Triple H.
Did you think
was convinced Hunter was going out. I was like, I got up and grabbed the two people I was with. I was like, we're about to see Triple H in a Rumble match.
No,
and then he said Speed. I was like, oh. I was like, all right, that's still fun.
Yeah, and then
I was so convinced. I hate doing it. I do that to myself all the time. I convince myself something's going to happen, and then something else, I'm like, damn. But that's really cool, too.
Yeah, I didn't think. Triple H seems comfortable with how his career ends, and it sucks because it was a medical issue that, like, he didn't really get to choose it. I wish we could give him a final program, but he seems comfortable with where he's at, and he was comfortable not going in the Hall of Fame single. I'm glad that Taker, Michaels, and Stephanie went, no.
No. Yeah, that was sweet.
Like, so yeah, I thought that was good. I think Speed did great. Helps with an elimination. Does his thing. Does a backflip. Takes what a fucking spear by Braun Breaker. Like, why is Braun Breaker not on my TV every week?
Yeah, I have a problem with Breaker in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Am I wrong to think that Braun Breaker should be like a big fucking deal?
No.
I feel like he just went out really early and with like ease.
So, like, here, I'm going to tell you something, and this might make sense to what you're saying or not, and it might, like, connect some dots. I don't think Braun Breaker has been on the main show for Monday Night Raw since the move to Netflix.
He has been in the weird commercial spots.
So if you have international Netflix, if you're in the UK and you're watching Netflix, you get it commercial free. You get Raw commercial free. In where the commercials are at, they have either extended entrance or continuations of the match or like little interview segments. Braun Breaker has been, despite being Intercontinental Champion, he's been confined to these little segments. He has not been on the main show of Raw since it moved to Netflix, and he's the men's Intercontinental Champion. He should be a big deal. He should be in the Rumble longer. He should be on TV defending his title, and he just
he got like annihilated.
Yeah. You know what? No, he appeared on one because he built his match with Sheamus for Saturday night's main event.
He did. That was the only one, though.
Wait for
it.
God, do I love Sheamus?
It already happened. It was last week.
What was last week?
It was last week.
Well, I need more. They did say that, and they said Sheamus lost again.
But yeah,
I just want more Sheamus.
So there's like in general, Braun Breaker should be on TV every week, and he isn't because he's the mid card. He's the mid card type. He's the mid card champion. Love Sheamus in the Rumble. He had a great, the longest time believing. I think it is
30 seconds.
Is the joke. Only other surprise of the night that ties into, but you know what a surprise! Great surprise for the night.
Not surprised at all.
We all kind of knew it was going to happen.
What was the surprise?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That shit happened, and I was like, I know Zach is losing his shit right now. And then I looked at the boys, I was like, apparently this guy's a big deal, let's watch. I was thoroughly unimpressed. I feel so bad, because I wanted to and I don't know how much you can do, but I was not.
Joe Hendry was never going to win more fans over with his Rumble appearance. That was more...
For the boys. That's like for the boys. That's for the boys. I get it.
All of his appeal is in-ring segments, and he does the musician thing of making songs up about his opponents. Like,
and they're fantastic.
So he's the wrestler I don't like.
Sure, I guess. I love him. I've been a Joe Hendry fan.
We have Joe Hendry, but we could have just had Ezekiel. That's all I'm gonna say. That's his
brother. Take it back. First of all, you're talking about his brother Elias.
Stop it.
Kevin Owens is crashing out again.
Oh my gosh, Roman Reigns at 15 was crazy. Was it 15 or 16?
I think it was 16.
Yeah.
Because I think Joe was 15 or something like that.
Lost my mind. Everybody in my house, we had our ones up.
Got our ones up.
Darren had just walked in the door. He just put his up. I said, put your ones up. He put his one up. From that moment, I was locked into that match. I was like, this is about to go crazy.
That is
when
when
we have Roman Reigns in the middle of the Rumble.
That's when it started getting good for me. And that's why, and again, the way you say it kind of proves the point that I have about it is that no one you think is going to win, no actual stuff shows up until halfway.
I get what you're saying now. I understand that now, where there's nobody in the first 15 that... No, I disagree. Because for a moment, for a little while when we were in there. I was like, is Penta gonna go like all the way? I believe and I don't know why, because I really don't know who that person is. But I was like, this guy's really cool. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good choice for an Iron Man. I would have had him last a little bit longer because he only lasted like 46 minutes.
Only 46 minutes is crazy.
It was 44.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. I think they're okay. I thought their official time was 46.
I understand what
it's fine.
I gave up a hope on him when we had the death row from 23 to 27. I was like, okay, yeah, no, so it's gonna be somebody here.
But like you say, once Roman came in, it got crazy fast. That was when, it was after he got eliminated, where we saw the second attempted murder of the night.
Yeah.
To take kayfabe out of it, the trust between those two men.
Yeah, Rollins and Reigns.
Oh my God! Have you seen the slow motion?
Yeah, bro, it's rough.
He tries to kill that man.
Yeah.
He tries to kill that man.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
Just that final stretch.
Went a little too long. Focusing on them outside the ring. It got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm okay. Let's get back to the match.
One of my least favorite 30s of all time. I don't like the man. The crowd's reaction made me laugh so hard.
What, this 30?
Yeah. Because Logan Paul comes out and the crowd collectively turn the volume up and listen to the crowd.
Yeah, everybody
boos. They don't even boo. You just hear, oh, and then it's quiet. And it's like, what a burial.
And I was talking to everybody, like, damn. And I like this guy.
Once we hit, 25, 26, it's like, okay, well, Damien's here, LA Knight's here, and Logan Paul is still in. That's the other problem with having them all that late, is that there's no think of a surprise because you know there's that many people left in the match.
Yeah, I didn't know if LA Knight was going to be in it until he finally came out of it. Because
he was
kind of what I kind of felt about Logan Paul. I'm like, we're getting to the end. I was waiting for the legend, I think, for a while. I'm like, so one of Logan Paul or LA Knight is going to miss out. And then I thought maybe both of them. And then they both made it. I was like, oh. Okay.
Which I think would have... I don't think it would have been fine, but it would have been fine. The problem is that you announced all of them. They announced all those people that were in the back.
Oh, okay.
They had declared themselves.
So we knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We
you
knew.
should have seen my reaction when LA Knight came out and I realized Logan Paul was the last one. I just shut down. I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, we knew some of these guys were in the Rumble. So now, that being said, I say all that. The back-to-back of Cena, then Punk, then Rollins, genius. Just Cena and Roman staring each other down, and then Punk coming out. And then Cena looking at him, and it took Punk 2 minutes to walk to the ring. So now the counter's going down again.
That was so funny.
And Cena's just being like, and then burn it down. And then Rollins comes out, doesn't give a shit about your stare down, just immediately.
Bro, you were right there. Yeah, Punk, it was so funny.
The hate in that man's veins.
Oh my gosh.
At that point, it was just going the entire way through. I am upset with myself.
Why is that?
Because everyone is calling this winner shocking. You can ask her for the guarantee on it. I called it all the way back in the summer. And
yes. Can I make a point that you gave up on him, though?
I was going to say I gave up on it.
Okay.
I held it until a month ago. Cena came out on Netflix, did his spiel, and I switched to Cena.
I know, I remember that.
And I'm pissed.
I was talking so much shit during the last minute and a half of the match. I'm like, bruh, I love John Cena. I love everything he does. I do not want to see him win this Rumble. I do not want to see him go on to WrestleMania and lose a title shot. I don't want to do that. And I'm in the middle of talking shit. And I'm like, and now they're going to try to build some tension, and they're going to make me believe. And then Super Cena's going to go crazy. He's going to put him up on his thing, and he's going to throw him out of the... And I jumped out of my chair, and I was dead silent, jaw dropped. I was like... I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. Everybody else in my room is dead silent in the Bays household. And I'm just locked in. I just sat down. I was like, Jey Uso just won the Royal Rumble. I was flabbergasted.
So you know how sometimes you watch sports and you try to tell them what to do? You do the thing where you yell at the TV and it's like, well, if you just do this, it'll work. We're sitting there, and I'm in the same way. It's like, Cena's going to win, it is what it is. And it's like, he's in with Jey, this will be a little bit fun. They're on the apron. He gets Jey up, and is like, Jey, just slide off and kick him off. And then he slides off and kicks him. I was like, and I shocked, and I yelled, oh my God!
But it was nuts. It was crazy. I was not prepared for that. And I want to go back to what I was saying. It kind of the Women's Rumble interlocks with this one. Charlotte winning reinforce my belief that WWE will just give it to the person that comes back and will just win when they come back.
Yeah.
I think if they gave it to... Is it Roxanne Perez? I don't want to get her name wrong.
Yeah.
If they would have given it to Roxanne, I would have believed more in Jay and I wouldn't have been as shocked.
Okay.
So that helps me deal with the Charlotte one, but I still think it's a bad decision. But that blew my mind. I was not prepared for that. And now, the other thing that I said links together. I do not want to see Jay versus Gunther. I do not, and this is completely a me thing, I know I'm wrong. I do not care about that other championship. I care about the one that Cody has. And I don't want to see anybody not take on the main champion of the division. Whether or not you want to call it the main belt or not, that's what it is to me.
But I like that belt.
It's cool. It could be cool. It's not the championship I want to see at WrestleMania. It's not the Rumble winner. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Jay versus Gunther, which is fine. And I know it'll be good, right? But I don't care.
So I'm just over Gunther right now.
I hate to agree. Not that I hate to agree with you. You're one
of
them.
Yeah.
But I kind of am too. Like,
so
he can only slap so many people and me care.
Yep.
So you said something earlier about the Women's Rumble, about why Io Sky couldn't win the Rumble because she had just had a title match a month before. You know, Jey Uso had a world title match the week before.
It's the reason, and it is another enhancing reason why I didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah.
That's right. What was the final three? Who went out right before?
Fucking Logan Paul. Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to see any of this.
I enjoyed a little bit that Cena and Jay just eviscerated him. Like, just...
That was so funny.
Was just like not like just Cena getting him up for the AA and Jay kicking Logan in the head and then just throwing him over.
That was so funny.
It's like, we'll deal with this in a minute. I kind of liked that Rumble didn't have a Final Four. It felt like it had a Final Six. Like that, Cena, Jay, Logan, Punk, Seth, and Roman.
Yeah.
It felt good. It made everything feel
Final Six
big.
to Final Three was crazy, yeah.
And then Logan just killed.
So, I heard something through the internet, so I could be wrong, that Drew went out early and he wasn't supposed to. And is this just kayfabe to build him into something, a feud with somebody? Because I don't know who to blame. Yeah, because I don't know if it's real or not. Because him going out really early, to me, didn't make sense.
The rumor earlier was that it was who? LA Knight?
So what I saw was that LA Knight got in the way of Damian Priest eliminating Drew. And it fucked up the whole thing. So when LA Knight went up to face off with Paul, at the same time that Damian went to eliminate Drew, the cameras were on Logan and LA, and Drew had already been eliminated, and nobody got to see it.
Okay.
But I also don't know, because there was also reports...
We have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
But that makes the most sense.
There was also stuff about, like, oh, he needs to get all this shit in, and it's like, LA Knight hit, like, 3 moves. I guess they were all his signature moves, but, like, I don't know. Like, it's just...
How long is Drew going to be the whipping boy, man?
He needs his win!
That's what I'm saying. Like, how long are we just going to not respect him?
He won
Don't even bring up 2020 and don't
he
bring
had
up
the
that
COVID
5-minute win.
I was not going to bring up the COVID one. He won the world title in front of a sold-out crowd at WrestleMania.
He held it for 5 minutes and then got screwed.
First of all, was it 5 minutes?
I don't have
5 minutes and it wasn't long.
Fucking 40 seconds or whatever your voice list says.
You can defend it if you want, but you are wrong. Like, Drew is the whipping boy. He does not get the respect that he deserves.
Thank you.
I don't hate to agree with. She's a wonderful person, but it is what it is, man. The guy can wrestle. The guy's really good. He's put in the work, man.
He cuts promos to save his
Bruh,
life.
I am the biggest Logan Paul wrestling fan that there probably is on the planet.
Okay, fuck Logan Paul.
Whatever. There is no reason why Logan Paul should be there and Drew shouldn't be there.
Well, yes. That's
what I'm saying.
You'll never hear me disagree with that. Yes.
I'm not saying Drew has to win per se. No. I don't think he has to. Hear me out. I'm going to bring it back. He doesn't have to win,
won his run,
but I want him to be relevant. At this point, it feels like he is not even relevant. He is a tool to get people up a ladder. Like, he just doesn't feel... He feels like a guardian. I don't know how to put this. It's like the upper echelon, like the top 4 guys that are going. He feels like the guy you have to beat to be able to go up and talk to them. But he can never go up and talk to them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand that 100%.
Yeah, like it's so it feels like he never has the opportunity to do anything. When I think he's better than some of those guys.
He had the blockbuster feud of the summer that all the summer pay-per-views were built around, and is probably going to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and probably win.
I hope so.
I just I understand
the
what you're
question was,
saying.
how long is he going to be a whipping boy? If he wins, then that would be the answer. It ends then. But it's not like everything else that's happened hasn't happened. I feel bad for him. He's better than those guys.
I also don't think he's lost since he came back from the Hell in a Cell match. Not counting the Rumble, obviously, but like he's beaten Sammy every time that they've feuded.
Who gives a shit? Love Sammy to death. Who cares?
I won't talk about whipping boy.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like
at least he held his title.
Poor Sammy, man.
Got killed by Breaker. R.I.P.
Yeah, poor guy.
See, because the thing is that who I would have said that about up until a week ago would have been Jay, because someone who has gotten himself mega over and hasn't gotten anything. Yeah. But like obviously he just won the Rumbles going to the main event of WrestleMania.
And like you just said, Drew could go on and win that match and everything would be cool.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's building to a match with Roman. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe they'll do some triple threat with Seth and Punk, which I think is just leading to the Chamber. I think that's just leading into the Chamber.
And what is the favor? I am still locked in. What is this favor? I need to know. It has gone too long. I need just an inkling. You don't have to tell me what it is. You don't have to tell me everything. But give me... I need something. You know how bad I want Paul Heyman and CM Punk back together. So I don't know what it is, but I need to know what it is.
WWE 2K25 cover star Paul Heyman.
I love Paul Heyman. I love when Paul Heyman starts yelling at Seth, and then Seth walks out and starts walking over to him, and he starts panicking and backing up. Oh my god, I love Paul Heyman.
But yeah, Drew has stuff. Drew's a main player. I think it's because I'm so used to the old stuff, and I'm used to that just being the main event thing. You'll be in the main event, you'll be a main eventer, but you're not going to hold the title. Cena's going to hold the title, or Lesnar's going to hold the title, or it'll be your turn to beat Lesnar. Which, again, it's terrible. I don't count... Like, I count it, but I don't count the Mania 36 win for anything, because...
He deserves to have his title in front of a crowd that appreciates him.
I think the Philly crowd...
For longer than 5 minutes!
He'll get it eventually.
That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Back around.
Yeah, and that's my thing, too. Is like, we'll get back to it eventually, but we have other stuff to cook.
I just want him to... No, I don't want to say that out loud. So I'll keep that to myself. But...
This may surprise you. What? But I do agree with one of your other points.
What was one of the other points?
Deeply unenthused with Gunther's World Heavyweight title reign.
Thank God.
I don't know.
It sucks because he used to be one of the best wrestlers around.
That Intercontinental title reign lit fires under everyone, and it brought that title back to such a big level, and it was one of the best title reigns in the past however many years. And this World Heavyweight title run has just been... and he's another one. Same thing. He has the same problem Braun has. Sometimes he just isn't on TV, and it's like, that's even worse. Again, when Raw moved to Netflix, he wasn't there for, the first 2 weeks?
Cody was there more than he was.
Then they were building to that stupid Crown Jewel match against Cody, and it was just on SmackDown and not on Raw, and it was like, we went to 2 Raws in October. He wasn't on either one of them, and it's like, who am I here to see? Obviously I'm here to see other things, but, the belt on my shoulder, I'm here to see this guy, and he's not here. Cody's there. He's doing dark matches. Great time. Had a street fight against Jacob Fatu and a banger against Carmelo. But where's my world heavyweight title? And you say the thing that I don't think it's an invalid thought to be like, why do I care about that belt? It should be that belt. Yeah. Why would you care about that belt? He's not on TV. He's not to counter your point a little bit. I think the way you make that belt feel more important and actually bring it to that prestige is for the Rumble winner to challenge it, them to target it.
I think it might be less of... It might not be completely Gunther. It also just seems like... I think it's... I don't want Jay to be in Gunther's position. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't want Jay to then not be on TV and then not... Because what do you...
I don't think that...
They would never not have Jay on TV.
I get what you're saying, but
I get your point.
I didn't think they wouldn't have Gunther on TV.
I get your point. Jay is a different beast because they have bumped segments for Jay. Because he sells so much. Because he is
the people's person.
I think that's me being more of a worried wart than...
But it's like
Being-
the
that being
Cody
reality.
stuff. Like he's a top 5 merch seller. Jay's all this stuff, so you're not going to bump him because you know that people came there to see him. I think there is that thought of, did people come here to see Gunther, which shouldn't be the thought of your champions, because the champions should just always be on TV, because that's the, obviously it's all scripted, so it doesn't matter, but like that's the kayfabe prize. That's what all your storylines are built around. You have other storylines, but like that's what everything is built from. So they should always be there. Having like that premiere episode of Raw had one Raw champion appear, like, and they were in the.
And she lost.
Okay, they had the women's world title defended, and the tag champions were in the crowd. That's it. Out of Raw champions, that was it. That might have been all champions in general.
That was it. Yeah.
And it's like, what?
This is your premiere on the big Netflix.
Like,
you have 2 people.
Yeah, like I understand Gunther and Breaker aren't going to have matches. I get that. I understand that I understand. Yeah, I know we're doing Punk and Rollins and we're doing Roman versus Solo. I understand that. But like, there should be a segment. They should be like, welcome to my show. Like, this is I have this that makes it my show. Like, just a.
Was there a reason why Solo wasn't in the Rumble?
He's been gone since he lost to Roman.
He appeared like injured.
I don't know.
I think that's more my question. Is he just hurt?
I don't know, because he came out on the SmackDown after the Raw premiere.
Yeah.
They booed him out of the building, and he left, and Jacob cut some nonsense, and then Solo's just been off TV, and there hasn't really been an explanation, so I don't know.
So, I want you to guess what my favorite moment of the Rumble is. We have not talked about it yet.
Was it the lackluster response to Finn coming out?
No.
I blame that completely on the fact that they used that crap New Judgment Day theme, which I
and
don't. You know what?
knew.
I take that back. I don't even hate that New Judgment Day theme. I think it's fine, but I think you've used it once before. It's not out on any streaming platforms, so there's no reason for anyone to know that this is Finn Balor coming out.
Yeah, I was confused.
Versus AJ Styles, who comes back, and they use his old theme that everyone knows, and it gets a big pop because, oh my god, it's AJ Styles, he's back from injury. Yeah. So I take that back. There were 2 more surprises. Finn and AJ both came back from injury.
Yeah.
Which I knew I was going to forget about Finn. I tried really hard not to forget about AJ and still did. Yeah. Very excited. Love AJ Styles and Finn Balor. But like,
neither of those are my favorite.
I assume it's like, is it when Braun eliminated Jacob and he threw a tantrum? Yep. Okay.
Yep. I like Braun being there. Now that it was this year's Santino Marella, Ludwig von Kaiser being there for 15 seconds and dying. I was so happy. Last time we talked about wrestling, I was not super hard on him, but God, do I hate him. I don't know what it is. It's not. I think he's probably a pretty good wrestler, but I just don't like him. I don't think I'll ever like him. I don't like the way he walks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he dresses. I don't like anything. He is my not like us. I hate him.
Do you want to know something funny about that?
What?
He came out and he was doing his slow walk, and I'm like, okay. And I got up because I'd made hamburger helper that was in here, and I came to get the pan to be like, I want more. And when I came out, he had just been eliminated. I had somehow missed his entire stretch.
I was so happy for him to be gone.
Didn't break the record though.
Yeah, I know. What?
It's gonna be a hard record to beat.
Yeah, isn't it? Is it 3 seconds?
It's 1 second.
It's 1 second.
It was a perfect Santino slides in, stands up, and immediately flips out. Like
I love Santino.
It was. They have tried to break it multiple times, and it is so hard. Like, I think the only way they're going to do it is if they get really technical, have someone jump over the ropes, land to get clotheslined, and like say that the timer starts when their feet hit the ground and then hit the floor, and you might beat it.
So really, next year, that's what Tozawa's gonna do.
Yeah, like I think Tozawa's someone you can try with. Just like jumps over the ropes.
You don't want to give it to Tozawa. I don't want that. Don't beat the record and just give it to Tozawa. Give it to somebody. You know what I mean? And it would be really. It's not disrespectful, but he's a legend. I'd give it to the Miz. I'd make the Miz do it.
Oh my god.
And I love the Miz. The Miz is actually. I don't think anybody would expect this from my taste. Miz is like a top 5 wrestler for me.
Really?
I love the Miz. Every time he shows up, I love the Miz.
I think he's underrated. He's just the underrated guy that'll probably be underrated.
It's my favorite thing I ever saw him do was when he was talking shit on that show.
When
he finally like really snaps.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's really fun.
That's a true man. That's my man. I would go to war for that guy.
He tried so many times to get that Intercontinental Championship to mean something, and Vince just could not care.
Fuck Vince.
No, I like The Miz. I think he's cool. He came out, and sometimes I think it's like, man, people are going to complain that The Miz is in this Rumble. I don't care. He can be in the Rumble.
I love The Miz.
He is second in overall Rumble appearances. 16.
I saw that. Yeah, he's tied second with somebody else. I don't know.
I think he's tied second. I think he is just second.
It said tied second on the thing. It's the only thing I remember.
I think before getting in, he was tied because Misty. Let me put it this way.
It said 16 and then tied for second was next to it. Now I don't know if that.
I'll have to look it back up.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm aware, Mysterio is one Rumble behind him.
Yeah.
So I think it comes to a thing where Mysterio's in it, so now they're tied, but then he enters, and now he's
okay,
and now he's up sense. 1. But they're all under Kane, who's at like 20.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Love Kane.
Miz could pass him. Miz, I think, has got enough years left that he might do it.
Easy. I can watch Miz wrestle for another decade. But I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else about the Rumble wrestling in general you want to touch on?
Yeet. I don't know.
Yeah, yeet.
Just yeet. I'm extremely happy with that winner. I see hate for it online, and I don't understand it. I kind of understand it, but
they
I just...
better do something with it. That's all I have to say. I'm very happy that he won. Please do not do nothing with this.
It feels like and maybe it's because I've been watching wrestling for so long. I remember guys like Zack Ryder and Rusev, people that were always just like, just give it to him, just let him run with it, and like, now we're doing it, and we're complaining. I don't like... Jay gets the big ovation every week. Like, he is clearly loved by the fans. It's just a very loud section on the internet that just hate him for some reason.
I kind of just want, like, Jay Roman. What I wanted was Jay to take it off Cody, which I know will never happen. This is my perfect world. Jay to take it off Cody, and then we have a Roman versus Jay feud for a while, and then Jay still wins.
We've had a couple of those.
I know, but I just want it again. I love it. I love watching Jay fight Roman. Basically, I want Roman to fight everybody. I hated when he... This is so weird. I hated when he had it. Now I just want Roman to fight everybody. God, do I love watching Roman wrestle. I think it's because my favorite thing, other than suplexes, and my suplex daddy is now gone, is the spear. And I think it's why I like Braun Breaker as much as I do.
Braun Breaker, it's a good spear.
I love the spear. That's my favorite thing to watch.
I like
Roman
spear.
just hits that shit so hard every time.
Roman does have a good spear.
It's crazy. But yeah, I do like Jay. I like the winner. Basically, if I had to give the Rumble as a whole a grade, an 8. I think I'd give it an 8.
Okay.
You gave the Women's Rumble the highest grade of everything in the...
Yes. That was my match of the night.
I can't fully disagree with you. It's my second, but yeah.
I was sitting there after it was over, and I was like...
It was a hell of a way to start.
Yeah, I don't always feel this after matches, and this isn't necessarily a measuring stick for each match, but sometimes I have that time where the match ends, and I sit back, and I was like, damn, that was a banger, and they pulled me in, and that's how I felt with the women's match, even with the wrong winner.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because they had made me believe for a second that they were going to actually give it to Roxanne. Even though you're right, that doesn't make sense. Like, they wouldn't do that.
I don't think they'll ever give it to an... I cannot wait for somebody in NXT to win it. That'll be an amazing moment.
All right. Yeah, that's recording correctly.
So ready to go?
Yeah.
And you're down for me to open the
show?
show?
Go for it. This will probably be like at the end as like one of those after credit jokes, but like, yeah, go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah. 100%.
Damn. My source failed me.
Green light.
Green light. Red light.